All right. Now let's see if it actually goes live on here real quick first. Other live streams that I posted somewhere else, maybe. Look at them. Well, the last live stacking I did was the Titan Mech battle, and that was almost 2 months ago. Wow. Hey, there I am. Look, it's starting. Now I can see myself. Oh wait, not yet. There I is. Hello. Hey, how's it going? Well, there's not actually anyone here yet, which is fine. That obviously makes sense. Hey, everybody. My name is the Mad Steakums. Oh wait, that's someone else too. No, it's Popocalypse basically. I'm in Philadelphia, where the Pope is right now. The Pontiff, the Holy. Hey, how's it going? However you want to refer to him. So the city is like everyone's going crazy. There's porta potties everywhere. Thankfully, I'm fairly far away from that, so I don't have to deal with any of that stuff. But the other day, before the Popocalypse hit, I went to the store and got this crazy thing. This is 60097. Oh my god, it's heavy. 60097 City Square. You can't. There I am. Hello. All right, here we go. This is a gigantic set. It's 1,600 some pieces. 1,683 pieces. It comes with all sorts of great stuff I'm going to be adding to my city. So the next stack bill update, I wanted to do it before September ended. I still might be able to do that. It's not, what is it, like it's the 26th. Okay, so maybe it'll be before September ends. Maybe it'll be in the beginning of October. It will be before the wedding. Rest assured, my next city video will be out before the wedding, and it will probably be fairly significantly different from the last few because I have this to add. I have some stuff I've taken out. I have some other buildings that I've added. Some other buildings that I've built myself. One of the things that I really like about this set is it's all this different stuff. It's like 2-3 different buildings and like a bunch of little stands and like vehicles and stuff. But you can build them in pretty much anywhere you want because the bags are all numbered and labeled in such a way that it's like, oh, do you want to build this thing? You just need these bags. Do you want to build that? Just do this. So I'm not going to build this in order because I think like the first thing you build is the hot dog cart, and then there's like the garage, which I'm not going to lie, I know some people really like it, but like this car garage is one of the least exciting things about this set for me. I really like the Lego store. I love the fact that there is a actual coffee chain thing, so which puts that this is actually the Lego movie is canon because this is straight reference from the Lego movie, which is spectacular. So without further ado, I'm going to crack it open. If I can, maybe my fingernail here. In case you saw, for those of you who are watching at home, this is listed as part 1 because I'm only going to be streaming for about 2 hours probably because I have some things I need to do this afternoon, but I wanted to make sure I at least got started on this, especially since I bought it on Thursday and I wanted to start it yesterday and I never did, and now it's like, do it now. So I'm going to dump it out. Dump them out. Oh God. Oh God. Ah! Oh, they're still on cooking. There we go. Bag number 9. What are you doing over there? So, oh my God, there's so many bags here. This bag is just all the windows for the tram car, which is ridiculous. The tram car is one of the things I'm most excited about building. So, this number 8 looks like. Okay, and I put out a thing on Instagram earlier that was like, hey, what do you want me to build first? And not a lot of people jumped in it, but one person said bags 8 and 9. Bags 8 and 9 are the Lego store. So, because that was the only person that responded, I'm probably just going to do that. I'm probably going to build the Lego store first the Lego store is pretty cool, and thankfully, it looks like, for those of you who have never seen it, which is absolutely insane, and I guess it's one of the reasons why it was so easy for Clutch several months ago to just sort of sell this whole thing piecemeal, is there are so many, there's like 3 sticker sheets, and literally every little build, every bag has its own instruction booklet. Oh crap, Kelly's here. Starting the book club early. So it is going to be really easy for me to just say, oh, okay, so I want to build this now, so I'll grab this instruction booklet, these bags, and there we go. Off and away. So here is, this looks like, this is instruction booklet number 5. This is the instruction booklet for the Lego store, so I'm just going to start off with that. I think I'm just sort of going to like chuck this stuff. And I'll dig through it as I need to. Oh, of course I may have just buried the other bags I need, because what is the Lego store? It's bags 8 and 9. Okay. Bricks for Chris just commented that he said 6 and 7, which is the tow truck. Like, why? That'll probably be last. So 8 and 9, I'm going to need to pull them out of here from somewhere. I feel like that there is another bag that's just all of the plates that are necessary, including 8x16s and 16x16s. A couple 16x16s or just one? Just one. Just one 16. So, oh my god, yeah, here, speaking of builds that I don't know that I'm even going to do necessarily, we don't need any more helicopters Lego. Butterscotch schnapps, oh man, that sounds pretty intense. That was, well, not butterscotch schnapps specifically, but last night was this might be next too. I love that it has these things that are like not quite buildings. They're just like, and they're not quite buildings, and they're not quite to the scale of like the little, you know, the hot dog cart and the, you know, the smoothie cart and everything. So they're like sort of halfway between, like little things you would see on the side of the road, which is great. There are some really neat vehicles in this set, like cars. Like I really like this little sort of black and lime green car here. I love, of course, the Lego store truck is going to be great. So, put all this stuff aside. So book number 5 is the one I'm looking for. Put these aside, and I'm going to need bags number 8 and 9. So let me search through all these bags that I just threw on the floor. I was like, I'm not going to need these. This is bag 6. Really easy way for you to tell between bag 6 and bag 9 is just look at where the the Lego group thing is on the bottom there. Oh, we got Bubba Bricks. Sadly, I will not be getting Lego Dimensions tomorrow, especially since I just bought this. Like this, it was basically I could have bought this, or I could have bought Lego Dimensions and like 2 expansion packs. So I went with this set for now because Dimensions can wait, I think. Although I have seen a lot of really great reviews for it, including I saw a great review Kotaku did of the Portal levels. IO9 did a really great review of the Doctor Who levels. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a blast. Everybody that I've seen that's played it says that it's going to be spectacular. So, okay, here's bag 9, and here's bag 8. Perfect. Okay. Just shove everything else out of the way. So I'm going to adjust this, and I'm probably going to remove the lower third because then it'll be easy for everybody to see, and y'all know who I am. So I'm going to lower this a little bit so maybe you won't be able to see my face as much, but you can watch me build them. Build them up, you. Okay, so book number 8 is just the bottom floor, and then book number 9. I mean, I guess you can't be upset especially when a city set comes with stickers. This set literally has 3 separate sticker sheets, but there do seem to be a lot of parts that are printed too, which is really neat. And you know, who doesn't want printed pieces? I'm going to set book 9 aside here. It has begun. I know, yeah, a lot of places are probably doing a midnight release. Some places, I believe, are opening early tomorrow. like Toys R Us. I don't know if Toys R Us is opening for a midnight release, but they are opening, I think, at like 8 a.m. tomorrow morning for LEGO Dimensions, which I will play. I will play LEGO Dimensions at some point, just not today, for tomorrow. So. Sending Drew out tonight to get it. What So yeah, speaking of LEGO Dimensions, since that seems to be the topic of the day, what things are you most excited about in LEGO Dimensions? I know obviously like the portal stuff looks like it's going to be really cool. I would have to say I'm actually more excited for the portal stuff over the Doctor Who stuff, if for no other reason than there's eventually going to be like an actual Doctor Who set. But I don't think we're ever going to get an actual portal set, but we'll see at this point. Since obviously they talked with Valve and they got some stuff going, so I gotta crack open this thing to get out a plate. Plate them. How much would you pay for just a sack of giant plates like this? There's like almost 8 plates in here, I want to say. Too many plates. Too many plates. So first we got Beardy. We got a Bricksmith 78 Lego store employee here, which he can work at my Lego store if he wants to. I don't know about the hair though, for Bricksmith. But. The Weeping Angels. Oh my God! If you're excited about the Weeping Angels, you need to go to io9.com right now, and they posted a video of one of the levels from, and I think it's actually the level from the base game. I don't think it's the level from the Doctor Who expansion, but there's, without spoiling anything, there's a room where you have to like solve a bunch of puzzles in order to leave the room, and there are weeping angels in the room. So of course, every so often the room goes totally dark, and then when the lights come back on, the angels are like, ah! So spooky, ah! All right. Lego store employee. And I do like that this set, unlike, I believe, the train station from last year that had, there were supposed to be Lego sets, this guy actually, these are actually printed. These are not stickers, which is great. This appears to be the Swamp Police helicopter, and this is the bulldozer, which, again, are, like, actual sets. It'd be cool if they actually had, like, the little set number on it somewhere, which would be funny. But oh, and then this, what is this? Oh, I guess it's supposed to be like a Lego store bag. That's pretty funny. Let me put this together real quick. And of course, the first sticker that I have to put on is literally on the first page of it. But whichever sticker sheet this is supposed to be, it can't even reference like a number like most normal sets. Most normal sets, when you have a sticker sheet, it's like, oh, this is sticker number 5. Well, there's way too many stickers in this set for them to be numbered. It says, I don't really think. There's a young child boy who wears a baseball cap. And he has this, which I believe is supposed to be a Lego store bag that he bought some things with. It was funny. Yeah. That video was great, and that in and of itself kind of gave me faith that they're going to do the Doctor Who stuff right. So I am excited about that. Yeah, I wasn't, because I played Disney Infinity for a while, and that got then again I only played the first one, and now they're up to 3. So I wasn't like super sold on that. But then like as I've seen more stuff for LEGO Dimension, it looks like it's not just a Lego game with toys involved. It's actually like a big, huge experience. I'm a little upset that they didn't include anything like they have in Disney Infinity, where you can sort of make your own adventure worlds. I mean, maybe that'll be added later. Maybe that'll be in a patch. Maybe that'll be in the next game. Who knows? But I think it's going to be good one way or the other. And we're finally starting on the actual Lego store. why Lego hasn't made a modular Lego store yet that was only sold in Lego stores. I feel like people would snap that up. I feel like even, because a lot of times you don't think of modular buildings as sets that like little kids would like, but I feel like kids would be like, oh, I'm gonna get a big Lego store and have all the little things in it. I think that would be really cool. And I think that would be have a wide appeal. Putting the little groups down. And sets like this are really great if you are a city builder. Now I know a lot of people who are city builders sort of build on the modular scale, and that's just way too brick heavy for me. I don't got that kind of time and that kind of money. But these sets really help you sort of figure out, okay, if I'm going to build a city on the city scale, which I've always done, it gives you a lot of help in terms of how you can lay out a building, the different ways you can build a building. You can have ones where they do open. You can remove the different floors. You can have ones where it's basically just a facade and you can spin it around and access the back that way. I almost wish there were more city scale buildings. Because like this year, what did we get? We got the Swamp Police sets, which had some buildings, but they're all like, that's a tree house. Here's the thing with a pier on the front of it. We got space sets, which had like the space sets. I don't think they had any buildings. I don't think there were any buildings in there. And we got the demolition sets, which were all like half destroyed buildings. So I really wish, on the regular, there were city sets that just had like city buildings in them. And there are some buildings that I guess you could argue that Creator is doing some city scale buildings now, and most of them are pretty good. But I really wish they would expand the city, the actual buildings line, and how many different buildings they actually had. Like I had to go out of my way to try to find the I don't even remember what it's called. It's the hospital, or it's like helicopter hospital or something. It was like a Walmart exclusive from last year. Because how else are you going to get a hospital? When was the last time they made a hospital to put in on the city scale? Like, how about a school? Some like fairly standard things that you think would be in there. I would say post office, but one of the Creator sets that came out this year, one of the builds was a little post office, and I in fact have that one in my city right now. Yeah, and a lot of the Creator buildings are just like houses. And how many houses are you going to have in a city, Where does that one go? Oh, I just forgot to put this picture. I would love it if the toy box expansion for Lego Dimensions was actually just like Lego City, and you could just sort of build your own city and have adventures in it, sort of like Lego City Undercover, which I never played, but I heard was very good. Now start building your stuff. I think this is where the pick a brick wall is going to be, which is great. I feel like anytime I've ever seen when was the last Happy Blues places? When was the last time we got a gas station? It's been a while. I was actually just looking into that. I was looking through some of the more recent city sets, and I think the last gas station was like 2009. It's been a while. I really did when I was looking for this set, looking through other things on Brickset. One of the other sets from a few years ago that I really liked was the Public Transportation Center, and I think that's where the inspiration for the orange tram car came from. There was a vehicle in that set. I think that was from 2012. A vehicle from that set that looked almost exactly like this tram. I think it was a different color though. I think it was like green. But that was a really cool little set. Like a little bus station basically. And I seem to remember at the time for some reason there were like news articles about it online, like, oh, Lego is promoting public transportation, which is cool, I guess. I don't know. Here's some walls, now stick them. Stick them and stick them. it is kind of nice that they didn't just use standard wall panels for this, which they could very easily have done. But a lot of people are like, wall panels look cheap. Do they? I use wall panels a lot. After all, there's a reason they made them. And then you only have one piece to buy instead of like 17. Yeah, I feel like it's about time we got another. Wouldn't mind a nice little gas station to put in my city. But I believe the last gas station that came out actually came on a custom street plate or custom a base plate. It wasn't a plate; it was a base plate that had so you could drive through it, park next to the pumps and everything. Which I don't know how often they're going to do something like that anymore. So I don't know. Here, stack up a whole mess of bricks. What is it? Oh, this is 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. It says to stack them up like this, but I mean, why would you use a brick that didn't have the bricks facing out? So I think I'm going to be a rebel, and I'm going to stack them with the brick facade facing outward. I always think the bricks. I'm a rebel. I'm a loner, daddy. I'm a rebel. You can name that movie. Maybe you'll win something. Probably not, though. I don't give out prizes while I'm building. That'll take too much time. Base plates. Everyone loves base plates. I have a few extra base plates floating around, and I don't know what to do with them. I feel like I should keep them at least for now, just in case I need to expand the city or change the road layout of the city. But that remains to be seen. I've had them just sitting around for a while. I haven't really thought about anything to do with them, so they can sit around for a while. It's got a yellow door. Here's a question. Now this is already shaping up to be a really nice looking Lego store. You can see here with the nice facade along the front. The question is there or has there ever been actually a standalone Lego store like this, or are Lego stores always sort of part of a mall or a shopping center or something else? Oh yeah, I mean the bricks I think always look better with the brick facade facing out. I don't know why you would ever do it. It just seems like a waste of bricks to me. After all, that's why we have the bricks. So they can look like bricks. I've been thinking about building my own buildings for the city rather than using city buildings. And one of the things I think I would do for that is I'd like to disassemble some of the pirate sets or all of the pirate sets except for the pirate ship, obviously. Because those dark red bricks, man, those are great. And having them in any sort of quantity is just great. And that's one of those things those sets were great for. Was it came with all those nice dark red bricks. Here, you build a light post. Why not? Make it shiny. I love how a lot of city sets, maybe not a lot, but a few at least in my reckoning, have light posts in them or lamp posts in them, but they're almost always different. There's not like a standard of Lego lamp posts or traffic lights or anything. It's just sort of like how it works in conjunction with whatever other set it comes. Oh, here's another sticker. Here's another sticker. And this is a light post, but I guess it's also a bus station, sort of. It's got this little flag on it. Well, a bus station, it's a bus stop. The bus will stop at the Lego store. And I think this is the same as a lot of the other transportation sets in that it has references to other sets on it. This one says one of the stops is City Center, which I believe was the city set from last year or the year before, the one that came with the bike shop and the pizza place and everything, that was the set that sort of made me start my city. It also has the museum from the museum breakout. Another set that I've been meaning to get for a long time. I don't even know if you can find it anymore. I haven't really looked for it lately, but because it was a nice looking museum. But it also has reference to the park, which, to my knowledge, there has never been a Lego set that's just a park. Which I think it would be neat if they did that. Obviously, it would be a big green base plate with a bunch of stuff. Maybe it would have a nice little water scene and probably some stands, benches, and stuff. But that's a set I don't know if they would ever do because they're just like, just build it your own. Just buy a friggin' green base plate. Build your own park. Stop asking us for instructions. Which makes sense. This is already this. I mean, this seems like it's a quick build. Maybe it's just me, but hey, you stack these things together. Yeah, I've never actually seen a standalone Lego store. Now, well, I mean, yeah, even the ones in like even the ones in like New York aren't really standalone. They're like in a building. Use tweezers. I should probably use tweezers with my giant man hands. I'm gonna think on that for the future because that seems like a good idea. I always tell myself I have experience putting on stickers because I literally did that for a job for a while when I worked at Toys R Us, and I had to put together things like the big Power Wheels and the the little like the cookie kitchens and everything. They always had like really big stickers that you had to put on. But obviously those are really big stickers, and these are really big stickers. Holy moly! Oh my god! So I'm about to build the pick-a-brick wall, and here's what the instructions for the pick-a-brick wall look like. Here's this plate completely covered in 1x1s. Do it. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to follow the instructions to the letter, but I guess if you do, it means that there won't be any like next to each other, which is probably will make it look better. But oh dear God. And of course, you run into the classic problem of in reading the Lego instructions, which ones are light bluish gray and which ones are dark bluish gray. We just don't know. That's a point of like constant contention for me because I have to. Is that dark or light? You got to compare it with the other ones that are in the build if you can. Oh my god. I feel like, I guess maybe most pick-a-brick walls are this size, but usually about half of the slots in the pick-a-brick wall are just sort of, they don't actually have anything in them. They're just there for decoration. Which, I mean, what kid is gonna reach up to the ceiling basically? Don't forget, it's the pick-a-brick wall. Nobody can do that. That's silly. Ugh. I can't say this is like the most tedious part of a Lego build I've ever done. I would have to say that's a good question for the room. Is like, what is, if you're building a set, what was like the most tedious thing or like most repetitive thing that you ever had to build for a set? And personally, I would say that would have to go to the Ultra Agents mission HQ, the big truck, when you're building just the walls of the truck, the outer walls of the truck, because it's just these these big Technic panels and like a bunch of little pins, and you build the whole thing, and then you're like, oh, good, and then you get to the end, and it's 2x. So you have to go back and build the whole thing again. That was the worst. I knew that was going to happen when I built the super secret police, the drop ship because like one of the last things you have to build in that is the 4 little engines. And when I do that, I was like, this is going to be like a 4X, isn't it? So when I did that, I actually would build all 4 of them in tandem. Just follow the instructions, like put this part on here and then put it on the next one. And do the whole thing like that. I think if you want to avoid, raging at a set, that's a good way to do it. If you know that you're going to have to repeat a build a whole bunch of times. That's one of the reasons I feel like that would get to me if and when I ever get the Ferris wheel, because it's like, oh, build this little Ferris wheel car. Now build like 16 more of them. I guess they're all colors. I definitely, if I were to get the Ferris wheel, I would definitely want to add more colors of cars to it, rather than just it's got like 2 or 3 colors. I think like yellow, green, purple, and maybe one other color. I don't know. I haven't built a Ferris wheel. The Ferris wheel is such a nice set, but it's so big, and it's like even if you build it like you don't have it in the city all the time, it's like where are you gonna store it when it's when it's not on display? So here is finished the pick-a-brick wall in the store. It looks pretty accurate. Maybe if you put some clear 1x1 rounds, 1x1 round tiles in front of them, it might look slightly more realistic, but I don't think we're going to argue about that. And here now you build the checkout station, which I always love. I love just the little tiny builds that you see in sets like this. Things like the coffee stand has like a little coffee machine in it, and I just love stuff like that. Maybe I'm weird, but I always love things. Just because it's like, how can you represent something that's normally kind of complex with just a really simple build like this? Oh, it helps that they have the little street sign that has the computer display on it, but you don't need that if you don't want it. There's the checkout stand for the Lego store employee to work his magic. I think I'm going to name the Lego store employee Chuck. He looks like a Chuck, doesn't he? He has a name tag, but obviously you can't. There's nothing written on it. I think he looks like a Chuck. Getting 1x1 tiles or plates straight. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it absolutely does. Oh, God, that's the worst. Here, make sure that nobody can tell that this is actually 17 pieces instead of 1 piece. Oh, 1 piece. This looks like it's just supposed to be like a display of one of the other sets. This little thing here. Oh, yeah, that just goes right in the window. And the final set, which... Oh, this is it looks like it's supposed to be, I don't know if you'll even be able to see this. Yeah, it looks like it's supposed to be the Dune Buggy set that came out this year, or earlier this year. And this is sort of just a display in the window. Yeah. The window, and it's got a little shot behind it. Which, it's funny that they did include, I mean, obviously it can't be, completely accurate. You can't have shelves all over the place that have, that have actual things in them. But they tried to make it, like when you look at it, you're like, that's clearly a Lego store. It's got, like I already showed you the pick-a-brick wall, and it's got like the big red stand-up brick in the window, which a lot of them have, displays that look like that. And we're on to bag number 9. So we're almost finished the first part of the city square. Now would be a good time if you want to I'm talking like there's 500 people here, and I think there's really only one person behind. If you want to place your vote as to what you think the next part of the set I should build is, do that now. You can look at my picture on Instagram if you need a reference as to which parts are what. But I'm thinking I might build the tram next because the tram is awesome. So onward and upward. This is also like a 2-floor Lego store, despite the fact that there are no stairs or anything. It's just like a second floor with a display in it. I don't even know if it's like a floor. I'm guessing it is, although maybe that's just the roof. It might not even be an actual floor. It might just be like it's very tall. Get too old for this. Getting too old for live streaming. Oh, that's They printed. Yeah, I did mention that earlier. The fact that the set tiles are actually printed in this one as opposed to stickers. That's really nice. That's really awesome. Because now you can take look up on a Lego set, Mary. Oh boy. Oop-de-doo. Yeah, it definitely looks like this. The second floor of the Lego store is not actually a second floor. It's definitely just a display platform, sort of. Which that's sort of reminiscent of the Lego store in the Flatiron building in New York. It looks like that. There's a big shelf all around the top that has sort of a big display on it. And then I'll put this little bench. Oh. Sometimes I'm building, and then I realized like 3 steps ago I forgot one piece that was supposed to be in there. But I think everybody probably does that sometime or another. Oh, and there's another one too. Okay. Like, why did it do it? The tram, I believe, is actually the biggest building in this whole set. It's the only one with 3 bags. Even this building is only 2 bags. Although I guess the car dealership / garage technically is 4 bags, but counts the showroom and the service platform as 2 different builds. So it's cheating. Ugh. It just I'm even looking at it like it doesn't even look like there's that much left here as we go along. This is the other wall, I believe. This is like the display, the shelf with all the sets upon it. I want to do it the way it's shown here, but it sort of has them in a very specific order. Sorry, I feel like I'm just like building. I don't know what these are supposed to be. Like there's the things that are obviously sets, but then there's just like stuff next to them on the shelf. I don't know. I don't really know what's going on there. Oh, okay. You go back. Okay. I'm getting ahead of myself. This actually looks like it's going to be pretty nice when it's all done. Well, of course. The only downside to this, I would say, is the fact that there's the sets that are the 1x2 tiles, but it's only the one. There's two different 2x2 tile sets, but only the one 1x2 tile. So they have. So this is the shelf sets, which looks really good. I think. I mean that's when you walk into the Lego store, that's what it looks like. It's got all the sets nice and neat arranged. And yeah, this is looking pretty good. I really like the way this is shaping up. Oh, and of course here, stack more bricks the wrong way. This is a pretty good like neutral brick color. This lightish, medium, flashish. I don't know what the colors are. It's this dark tan sort of color. Medium dark tan, darkish, tannish, medium dark. Here's the stacking. And some more good news. I actually had one of my friends ask me the other day. He's like, "How do you just build stuff off the top of your head? Like, I don't know that I could build something without instructions, just like freehand." And my advice for if you want to get started, like building something in particular, is build sets that are the thing that you want to build. Before I started building any of my own giant robots, because everyone knows I love building giant robots, I bought a lot of sets that were giant robots, and I learned the techniques for, okay, this is how you make arms, this is how you make hands, and this is how you make the legs work, and all that kind of stuff. So this is another thing, if you want to build city, if you want to see a way to build buildings, buy sets that have buildings in them and build them first, and then buy more pieces or take those buildings apart and use the parts and build your own building. It helps to learn from people who have already done the things that you want to do. Don't try to reinvent the wheel if you don't have to. That's my advice. Always learn from others who have come before. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely just, there's not a second floor. There's just a display shelf up here. Now build your spaceman. Which this is a great spaceman torso. I don't even know when the last time this was actually used, if it was ever actually used in like space sets. I'll show it to you real quick. This little green spaceman, that's a great torso. Yeah, well, that, like I said, some people, and not everybody wants to build that kind of thing. Build what you want to build. That's really what it comes down to. I love building giant robots. This is just a standard, knights or castle, whatever you want to call it, torso and big sort of stuff in here. I do like that the display includes what are clearly supposed to be giant minifigures, which, and this set, among others, raises a very interesting question, which is, because of this set and several other sets like it, it means that Lego exists in the Lego world. So minifigures can purchase their own minifigure sized Lego sets, and presumably to take home and build with them. So which in effect could sort of create an infinite loop where, okay, so what if this little boy, this little minifigure that lives in the Lego city, he's made a purchase, and what if his purchase is actually this set? And when he builds it, he builds a minifigure of himself who's purchasing a set, who happens to be the same set, and so on and so forth ad nauseum. It creates sort of an infinite loop of Lego minifigures purchasing themselves and building themselves and constructing buildings that are to their scale. This, that, and the other. It's a little a little mind bending when you think about it. It's the fact that Lego exists in Lego world. And if I just freaked anybody out there, I apologize. Holy crap, I am freaking out. It's got way too real in this live stream. So I believe I am almost done this building. I like that there's an extra sword. That makes me happy. There's always extra swords. Always get extra swords. This is the sort of little ventilator on the roof of the building here. We have another viewer who is Brick Jones. Is that a thing? It should be. Brick Jones. Goes up here. Get a little better view of that. Yeah, it is. It's definitely deeper than your standard, I think, city sort of facade building. It's about as deep as the like the bank and money transfer. I think it's deeper than the pizza place that came with the city center. It's an 8x16 plate. Now comes the not so giant Lego logo sticker. This set comes with 4 Lego logo stickers. This one. Sure, it's straight. Yeah, that looks good. This is a really nice looking set. Oh my god, yeah, it does. It has this facade along the front of the building. So this is almost finished here. This is definitely looks sort of like a like a detective's office scale textured facade on the front of this building, which I'll show you when it's all finished. That's cool. Yeah, us building sets and big buildings, because I'll try to put it in so many words. Because Lego sets and Lego itself exists in the Lego. So we're here. I'm building this set right now, and this set is a Lego store to the scale of a minifigure. So let's say this minifigure. Let's call him Jimmy. Jimmy walked into the store and he made a purchase, and his purchase in this Lego store was the minifigure. Obviously, he didn't want to buy any of the construction sets. He didn't want to buy the Swamp Police helicopter. It was Jimmy's birthday, and he got enough money to purchase the Lego scale version of this set, the set that I'm building right now. So he took it home, and lo and behold, in his set was this build that he not only did he end up building a minifigure scale version of this set that had minifigure scale Lego sets in it, but he built a minifigure scale version of himself, who then did the same thing, went and bought, you know, the minifigure scale, his minifigure scale version of this set, and so on and so forth, ad nauseum, to create sort of a infinite loop of smaller and smaller and smaller scales of Lego. If you're that, if that's the kind of, if that's the way you want to think about things, which is what I do because I'm weird. So Lego itself exists within the world of Lego, which is weird because I don't know, like I can't go to the store and buy a model of my house and then build it, and I don't know. It seems a little of a bizarre concept to me, because Lego people in the Lego world are minifigures, and they clearly have, because they have their own Lego sets, it means that they also have minifigures that are to scale for them, and so on and so forth. So they obviously must realize that Lego is a toy, but they realize that they themselves are toys in a toy world. I don't know, man. Where the heck? Does it not tell me it's not a sticker? Or no, it says it is a sticker. But for the life of me, oh, there it is. It's clear. That's why I couldn't find it. And these are the worst because these are tiny, tiny little stickers. I guess, is this the smallest Lego sticker? Would be a sticker on a 1x2, a 1x2 tile. I don't think they have 1x1 stickers, do they? That would be awful. That would just be awful. Well, yeah, anybody would love a Lego model of their own house. That would be spectacular. See, a Lego model of my house would include so many micro scale Lego models that I think it would be very difficult. Although I did build a micro scale version of my own city to put within my city. It's something that I think I posted on Instagram a while ago. It's not something I've ever really like showed off too much because it's just a little thing. But that's it. So I'll show you what I was talking about here. This sort of textured build along the front. And now the roof of this isn't particularly sturdy because it's not really held up by much of anything, I should say. But it is sort of reminiscent of the detective's office, which I really like. Got a sticker on the front of it there. This is a great looking building. This is a really nice looking building here. This is a great little Lego store. So there is instruction book number 5, and number 8 and 9, and that's it. I guess I have enough time to build one more thing. I said I was going to run this until 2. So this, yeah, I really like this. This is a great looking little store. It's going to go great in my city. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet. Yeah, the next Stackville update will be significantly different from any of the previous ones, because I've removed a lot of things. I've moved a lot of things around. Changed up a lot of the stuff that's in there. So the question is, do I want to build something like a couple of smaller things, or like one big thing? Do I want to build like the tram? I really like this is a little bus station. Here's a little hot dog. I think it's funny that they included a hot dog stand in this set, despite the fact that there's already a hot dog stand that they've made. Okay, so I'm gonna leave the vote up to you guys. So I said I was gonna build until 2 o'clock when I have other things that I have to do. So the vote now is: do I build book number 8, the tram, which I might not be able to finish in time, or do I go through and build the coffee chain, the bus station, and the little hot dog cart? So I'm gonna have a little snack here. I'll let you guys ponder that. So I'll leave these so that do I build 3 small things or 1 big thing? I'll put this so you can see it. That Lego store is it's so good looking. It's perfect. It's just to scale. It's got great details inside. It's just a stellar build altogether. Heck, I would say that this set could be. I would almost say it's worth it just for this. I mean, I couldn't because it's almost $200 a set, but. Social media. Do the 3. Okay, so I think it's done now, and I always wanted to say that because I love the tram. I love the design of the tram. It looks so cool. But it's like I have a public transportation thing already, so we will let the tram wait for now. Set the Lego store aside. Have one more delicious piece of chocolate. So, I really, really love that this is the coffee chain. I know I mentioned that earlier, but that's always been my favorite. One of my favorite things about this set is the fact that it completely vindicates that the Lego movie takes place in the actual Lego universe because the coffee chain is in there. Yeah. Yay. And preemptively, I would like to say thank you for everyone who has joined me for this stream. I always have lots of fun doing these little streams. And for those of you who are wondering, Lady Stacker, I really wish she was here, and I've said recently that I really miss building stuff with her. I think building doesn't have to be a single player game. It works just as well in co-op. So this is just bag 11. So now I have to hunt down bag 11. I love building stuff with her. The last really big thing that I think I built with her was the haunted house. It's been a long time. She is, for those of you who don't know, Lady Stacker is a nurse. She is a registered nurse. She is currently working at the hospital because the time of the apocalypse is here. She literally, I took her to work on Thursday evening. I drove her to work because I'm a nice person. And she's not coming home until Tuesday morning. She's staying at the hospital the whole time that the Pope is here so that, she doesn't have to go back and forth, this, that, or the other thing, or fight with traffic, or, God forbid there's some sort of catastrophe and, they need her, that she's there. She doesn't have to just run. So I wish Lady Stacker could join me, but not this time. Hopefully soon there will be, another time we can do either a live stream together or at least just build something of our own. Because I love her. She is the best. She is the bestest. She's not actually at work right now because she is at work technically, but she only works night shift. So because she's staying there, she's actually in a room at the hospital sleeping. And sleeping she is. First thing in this is another bicycle. I feel like I have a whole bunch of bicycles and I don't use nearly as many as I have. Maybe I'll just build something that's like a giant vehicle that's just like powered by bicycles, like a big bicycle pod racer or something, or like a Santa's, like a hipster Santa sleigh that's all just guys on fixed gear bicycles. That would work. That would be great. This is funny. This is part of the set that does not use one of the big plates that was in the big bag of plates. This has its own little plate of its own. And despite the fact that this looks like a small build, it actually there's a whole lot of parts here, a whole lot of different parts to it. One thing that always confuses me about things like this is how is it determined whether a part will be in the big bag or in the smaller bag within the big bag? Because I feel like it's not consistent between sets, or even I think between bags in an individual set. Like for example, this piece was in the big bag in this one, but I believe in the Lego store it was in the smaller bag. So I don't know how that's determined. And I watched, I believe Worksmith was kind enough to post the other day a clip from the British version of how it's made, which I think is called How Things Work. That's how Lego is made. I didn't watch the whole thing, but it showed a lot of that stuff. And I think more than the molding and creating process, I'd like to see how creating an individual set is made, basically from determining here's the pieces are in it, gathering those pieces together, sorting them, making sure they all go in the right bags. It seems like that would be a really interesting process. Maybe because of that, I should just shut up and go back and watch the full video. Daily, the Lego news. There are, and I say things about stickers sometimes. I know a lot of people stickers, but a lot of some of these are like really, really nice looking stickers. And of course, oh no, it does. It actually comes with 2 newspapers that you stack on top of each other that are the Lego news, of course. One of them goes in there and one of them slides out. And again, not the first Lego newspaper kiosk, but that looks really nice. I like the way that sticker looks. And this, I guess, just gets sort of set off to the side for now. Yay! Now we're playing with power. Now we're actually starting to build the coffee shop itself. Well, it's not a coffee shop, it's more of a coffee stand. Which, I mean, how often do you really see that? Gultar! Oh, Gultar. He's the best. Gultar actually, of course, a video that I've been meaning to make for a while but never have. Gultar currently resides within my arcade. He's playing one of the arcade games or purchasing a fried treat of some kind. I'm not really sure which one he's doing, but oh, Gultar. And I really love those friggin' ghosts. They are so cool. Those new all the new Ninjago sets are cool. But I don't know how many more of the sets I'll be getting. I really want to get that crazy Ghost Rider motorcycle thing, but I haven't actually seen that anywhere. But then I was told when I was on the hashtag Haulin' and Ballin' stream that was last week. I believe that set is actually a Walmart exclusive, and I try to avoid going to Walmart when I can, but I may have to make an exception so I can pick up the giant chain cycle. And I don't know if that's Gultar that comes with that set, but somebody does, that's for sure. Gultar. Now, I don't know how many of you out there in streaming land know about this. Well, I hope you would, but I've been seeing some stuff lately, and I've been talking to a lot of people about the new theme that's starting next year, which is Nexo Nights. And I feel as though I was vindicated when that theme was announced, because I was like, oh, people are like, oh, Nexo, like, oh, it's going to be like the steampunk thing. Like, why would they make a steampunk thing? Galaxy Squad has been over since like 2012, at least, maybe 2013. And you know, Castle has been over for at least a long time. Why not just put both of them in one theme? And that's 100% what it is, which is awesome. Having seen some of the sets, like most of the sets look, you know, like they're all right. A couple of them, there's one set that speaking with Clutch about it, he referred to it as the Chain Chomp Pod Racer, which if you've seen it, you can find it. If you look hard enough, you can find pictures online. But Chain Chomp Pod Racer is 100% accurate for what that set is, and that's spectacular. It looks really cool. It's going to be a really neat set. I'm definitely going to pick it up. And there's also the new castle that in that wave is a giant castle on tank treads. Chima and Castle. The castle on tank treads, despite the fact that we haven't actually seen like an actual picture of the set, I think that's going to be really, really neat. I love tanks. I always have. But this is the only part of it that hasn't been vindicated yet. Is I remember hearing somewhere, and you know, this is a rumor that I feel like is always floating around, that they're going to make another monorail, a new monorail, and I think if they do, it's going to be in that theme. It's going to be like a Nexo Nights monorail, and I think that could be really, really neat, because you know, traditionally. In the past, when there were monorails, they were all spaced. There was, you know, like the Futuron one, and there haven't been that many monorails. But I think it would be really cool to see a new monorail, especially if you know, the cars and the train all looked like horses or something. I think it would be really cool. So let's hope for the monorail. Monorail. Hope with the monorail. Meanwhile, there's coffee. Oh, here. I love these. I love little. This is crazy. What is this supposed to be, like an espresso machine? This is nuts. It's gotta be. Yeah, it's gotta be like a little espresso machine. That's these ridiculous little like pressure gauges. Monorail. Hey, yeah, everybody wants a new monorail. Like trains. Trains are cool. I have a train. I like trains, but monorail. And just, I mean, the way the monorail works just seems so cool to me. That it's just like a single gear or like a couple of gears that drive this whole huge engine thing. And this is literally just part of the back wall of the. How often do you see a 200? Well, yeah, because as soon as the monorail set came out, they would all get bought up. And at that point, I'm almost curious, because they would also have to release track packs, like monorail track packs, if you wanted to extend the monorail. So at that point, would they just release standard tracks, or would they introduce like the flex track like they have for the trains? And I know, of course, there are some people that are like, flex track, bleh. So I don't know. I don't have any flex track personally. I was lucky enough to have been gifted a large amount of track, so that I didn't have to go out and buy any more for my city. But I feel like, what's wrong with the flex track? You know, it's Lego made it. Who cares? Ain't nothing wrong with flex track. Hey, the coffee machine. I love. I said this earlier, but I'll say it again. I love these little like micro builds in sets like this. They always have great little. It's just like how do you build something like this in a tiny scale? So here's the interior. You see the little coffee machine, the little espresso machine. Sorry, my phone is blown up. Uh, I feel like we're almost done this. This delightful little coffee shop, little coffee stand. Now maybe I'll have to start building my own things on this scale, because this is a really nice little scale for a little stand. I don't know if this is the same size base plate that I used for my my newsstand. It might be. And in that case, I've already begun working on this scale. Gouda. Now I just have that stuck in my head. It's fun to say. Always fun to say Gouda. Now let's build the roof. If you actually say that word like that, you're a weird person. The roof. The roof. Roof. Raft. Rattle. I'm not gonna go. So many slopes. Too many slopes. Too many slopes. The roof. I'm looking at this roof, and the first thing I'm thinking is like Pizza Hut. I almost wonder. I guess maybe that's they don't Lego doesn't really need to, but it seems like it would be neat if Lego made like licensed buildings sets. If they made like a McDonald's and like I said, like a Pizza Hut. And obviously, again, like they don't need to. they've done really well on their own. But even if they didn't do that, it'd be cool if they did just like their own, like, oh, this is a like a burger place and a Fishy Joe's, like a Chisler, stuff like that. Yes, okay. This in and of itself, like, this is a great sticker too. Just an official the coffee chain sticker. Surprised like Bricks for Chris isn't going around trying to buy up the sticker sheets for this set. If anyone's actually listing the sticker sheets separately. BrickQuest is here. What is he questing for? The coffee chain. I'm trying to figure out like what this. It's got this little thing sticking off the side. Is that like a? Oh, that's got to be what it is. It's like a little place to park your bike because Susie, the coffee lady, rides a bike to work. Oh, and there's a little sugar dispenser for your sugar in case you need to get some coffee mugs here. It is a shame though that this set didn't come with more of the actual little travel cups, because that would have been great. but you know, then it would have sort of diminished the use of them for. That's just me being selfish. And building a nice little picnic bench next to it here for the city people to enjoy their coffee. Coffee. Since we're talking about it, if anybody happens to have a bricklaying store that has a bunch of those coffee cups in them, let me know because I'll buy some. And here is the last but not least, the little umbrella to go upon the table. And that, I believe, is that. Oh, and this is just separate. This doesn't even go anywhere. This just put it. This is great. This is a really. I'm gonna put her in here. I love that the roof of the coffee place is removable, so it's like really easy to put her in there. Here is the coffee chain. It's great. I love it. I love it. Also a great. I hope to see. I don't know if this is new or not, but her head. I've always said that we need more female heads with glasses, and you know, female heads with other features that are not just you know a lady face. This is great. I love this. This is a really fun little build. This will be placed somewhere prominently in my city. I love this. This is perfect. I'll put that over there. And that's another book down. That was quick. That only took 15 minutes. That was easy as pie. Oh no, not newspapers. And speaking of awesome extras, an extra pressure gauge for all your pressure gauge needs. Yeah, this is a really fun set. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, so I think we're gonna save the little itty bitty one for last. I think next I'm gonna build the bus station, which I have a you know the little like bus station sign that was in the city square set, but I've never actually had like a bus an actual bus station, which this clearly is. I mean, it's got little ticket machines and everything. It's really cool. So next up, this is what? This is bag 15. Here it is. And this must use one of the plates from the plate bag. I don't see a big plate in there. Running out of room here on the table. I cleared off the whole table just because I knew I was going to be building this set, and it's already starting to crowd up. It seems. This has this build also has a nice little tree, which I may have to change the leaves out fall time. It's fall time. It's Septemberween. Septemberween, Septemberween. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm giving somebody a life hack. Of the coffee mug. I'm talking about the little travel cup that came with Larry the Barista, that actually has the little coffee chain logo on them. I would love to have a bunch of those. I don't even know if I have one, honestly. I got a Larry the Barista, but I think I gave him to my sister because she actually works at a coffee chain. So, yeah, this is a bigger sort of thing here. This uses one of the 8x16 plates. Now I know for those of you that are really, really excited about this build and that really, really like the look of this, I believe Clutch over at Bricks on the Dollar recently acquired, I believe, 2 copies of this set. And as last time, I don't believe he's going to part them out. I believe he is actually going to sell them, like he's going to chunk them out basically. So like you could just buy, the Lego store. You could just buy the 2 bags that take up the Lego store and then have that whole thing. So if there's like a piece of this that you see in this live stream that you really like, if you really, really got to have the Lego store, or if you got to have the little coffee chain, then I don't quote me on this because he might change it, but last time he did it, I think he sold them for like $10 a bag. So if you want the coffee chain, it's only $10. If you want the Lego store, it's only $20. You don't have to buy the whole set just to get a couple of parts. Just to get the things you really want. Now, I mean, if I could have done that, I probably would have left out some of the things. Like, I don't know that I would have necessarily needed to get the tow truck or the helicopter for that matter. But sadly, I don't get first dibs on that kind of thing. So what is the use really? I didn't get first dibs on it. So, but then again, I don't know when he's getting them or putting them in his store or anything. I'm sure if you follow him on Instagram or YouTube, he'll put out the FYI far in advance. Some of the stuff on here, I'm like, what is this even for? I suppose I'll see as the book. Nice chairs for sitting. I'm surprised that Lego does not yet have a bench, a standard bench rather than a chair. Also, Bricks for Chris is here because he had nothing better to do today, apparently. Bricks for Chris knows what I'm talking about with this coffee chain sticker. He heard me. His ears were ringing. He heard me talking about the coffee chain sticker. And he's like, I'm going to get that sticker sheet off you real quick. Because I know a long time ago he had a coffee chain thing somewhere, but who knows if that's still a thing. It probably is. This is some sort of thing. I think this is the ticket machine. Lots of interesting colors in this set. Really nice colors. This medium dark light purple orange is very nice looking. This is I'm gonna go ahead and officially call this Spoopy Orange. Spoopy Orange is what it's called. BQ, what, Burger Queen? I don't know what's going on here. They're confusing me. Burger Queen. Why don't we have a Burger Queen, guys? Come on. Is that sexist? I don't know how that kind of thing works. I'm not into that kind of stuff. Here's some more, speaking of references to other Lego sets. Here is this one has reference to the police headquarters. Another one for the city square, and also it just says harbor, which I don't know that there was an official like harbor set. I don't think there was. So, like, is that a hint that we might get a harbor set in the future? You know, I figured it was still a thing. Well, now you don't need to build a whole big coffee chain because you just get the little coffee chain thing. I don't know if you were like trying to straight up duplicate the one from the movie or what. That seems like too much work to me. We go with more of these. These are, oh my god, yeah. I think I'm going to put them on here before I put the sticker on. This is just a really, I feel like a thing like this, like doing it without stickers. Well, I mean, it wouldn't look the same if you built the whole set without stickers. This is one of those sets where you just have to accept that you're going to have to use the stickers, because you know what would the this would just be a store that has stuff in it if you didn't have the Lego sticker. Ditto for like the coffee chain, it would just be a thing. Some of the city sets, the stickers aren't really necessary, but some of them definitely, the set wouldn't look the same. And I really like the way it's a little ticket machine for buying your tickets. You slot your money in, you press the buttons, and you get a ticket probably. This has, I don't know what these are. I always say that, like, I don't know what this is for, and then 3 steps later, you're like, oh, that's what it's for. It's a thing. You'll see. In this case. Yeah, this is, I mean, I even, it's a friggin' bus station, and I think it looks cool. Like, Wait, what? Okay. So this is, oh, I see. I see. I get the picture. It is literally in Lego City Harbor set 4645. Time to look it up. Yeah, how old is that set? And now, of course, the search function, because this app hates me sometimes. They really, well, it's easy for me to say this, but I think they really need to put like a good official brick set app, um, that because it's such a useful website, and it's a a prolifically used website, I would say, that it seems weird that they don't have their own app that they can manage and that they can use. It doesn't seem like it would be that hard to do either. 4645. No, that's the wrong number. 4645. 2011. Okay, so it's not that old. Oh, there it is. Yeah, how about that? Here it is on eBay for some ungodly price, $169. Oh, and it's got one of those big honking boat holes in it too. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I could dig it. It's only 551 pieces? Wow. That's fun. Okay, so I was proved it wrong. I proved it. You always get an education when you're doing stuff like this. Meanwhile, okay. uh, I don't know how many other people run into this problem, but Lady Stacker's hair is all over the house. So there are so many of my builds that after I build it, I look at it and be like, oh, there's a hair sticking out in between those two bricks. And most of the time, they just sort of stay there. Because what else are you gonna do? How many other? I guess if you have like a lot of dogs or a lot of cats or any animal with hair, you're probably gonna have to deal with that same problem. Or if you shed as much as my fiance does. I think we're gonna be just in time for this. Like I'm gonna do from noon to 2, and it's gonna be perfect. And I think that's gonna end up working out pretty well. I say. Remember when I was like, "What's that for?" Now I know. Oh my god, 1x2 stickers. Why are there so many of you? So here's what these are. Nice little clock sticking off the side here. Which, for those of you who take public transportation, that's a handy thing to have. Even if they're like, it's supposed to be here at 12:15, but now it's 12:17. Now it's 1:30, and the bus still hasn't come yet. I'm very upset by that. Yeah. This is a fun little build. I feel like I built like a really small bus station that's just more like a bus stop, I guess. But this is way nicer than that. Now you stick all these windies on top. All the windies, and pray that the whole thing doesn't fly apart when you try to stick them down. That's the problem when you're building some stuff like this where it's not supported all that well. You just kind of have to pray that by sticking everything down, the whole thing doesn't just come flying apart. That's happened to me more than once. Nice little sunshade there. A little light to come off the sides here. The only thing about some of these builds, this one and the coffee chain, is that they're not self-contained. They're not just limited because they have these little parts that stick off the side. So you can't really have this flush in between two other things because there's stuff sticking off the sides of it like that. Which, I mean, I'm not going to cry about it, but what are you going to do? I think it's time to build the tree now. Put this and then stick the thing inside it and then keep sticking. Keep on sticking. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then the branch piece goes on. I'll probably want one more. Yeah, one more on top of that. And then another branch piece. So here's the. And then you put another one on the bottom. This is a big friggin' tree. And then just stick. I don't think you really have to like necessarily go with how they tell you to put all the branches on here. You can just put them on however the frig you want. No one's judging. No one will judge you. Apparently not me. Let's try it. That's what I do. That's what I does. That's who is. Let me tell you who is. Like that. That's not a bad looking tree, all things considered. And then that just sticks. You stick it. First you lick it, and you stick it. So this is, I mean, this is a fairly, this bag didn't even have any minifigs in it. But this is a fairly simple little build, but it looks good. It's always good when you have something that, you know, piece-wise isn't too ridiculous or too complicated, but it looks good in the end. And this is I think a good example of that. Like it's simple, it's fairly straightforward, but it still looks. You look at it and you're like, oh, it's a bus station. Okay, it's nice. I really like that. This set. Let me tell you about this set so far. Another instruction booklet down. And here is our last build for the stream. Is going to be this little hot dog stand and a little. And in contrast, this is one bag and it has 3 minifigures and a dog in it. And this is the one that has all that. Here's the brick separator. And this is bag numero uno. This is the tiniest of all bags. For those of you who are curious, I will be continuing this live stream, though not today. It will probably likely be either tomorrow at around the same time or even Monday. I'm hoping to do it tomorrow just because I feel like Monday it's much more likely that people are going to be, you know, going back to work or going back to school or whatever. Except in Philadelphia, where it's still closed for Pope things. So I'll probably continue it tomorrow if I can. I know I have a couple of other things I'm going to do tomorrow. Oh, this is cool. Okay, so this is even a throwback to the city center set, which is the one from last year, because this young man who drives the pizza little swifty thing here actually has the city pizza logo on the back, which is the pizza place from the previous set. And it's funny because I thought about dismantling that pizza place, and now it's like, I don't know. Maybe I'll just use the pizza delivery guy from series whatever, series 12, series 11, something. I don't know. One of those series. One of those minifigures. That was a great thing though. The pizza delivery man. And I think this is, I don't know. This seems like a new pizza piece. Or a new print at least. Because it seems like it's more detailed than the old pizza, but it's not as quote unquote realistic as the pizza that came with the pizza delivery guy. And I'll show it to you in a minute. I love how no hot dog buns do not exist in Lego City. Everybody just eats the wiener the way it is. Just get a wiener, put it in your mouth. And they don't even use forks. Like, it's not even like a wiener on a thing. It's just hold this nice hot wiener in your hand. I mean, I love a wiener, but football Sunday, football, sports ball, score points. I don't know. So I'll show you. Here is the pizza. I'm going to have to pull out another one for comparison, but because I mean, obviously it looks a lot like the old pizza. I'm going to see if I can hold it still for you. It looks a lot like the old pizza, but it also looks like it might be slightly more detailed. I'm going to have to pull an old one out so that I can compare them. It might just be me and I haven't seen one of the pizzas in a while, and it's literally the exact same pizza. Because I feel like, why would they just make a new pizza? But who knows? They've done weirder things in the past. Dang it, tire. Get on this pulley wheel. Ooh, speaking of tires, another thing that I heard that I thought sounded hilarious is supposedly one of the city sets coming next year is like it's like a fire rescue set, but it's like a tire fire. So my first thought there was literally Lego has made way too many tires, and they needed a way to get rid of a whole bunch of them en masse. So they're gonna have a set that just comes with no wheels. It just comes with a whole bunch of tires and fire pieces. Uh, yeah, that's what I said. It looks a little more detailed than the old pizza. Maybe when this is, if I still have some time after I finish building this little thing, which I probably will, because I feel like the figs were half the friggin' bag. Um, then I'll go and pull out a pizza and do a little compare and contrast here. I do like this. I feel like I haven't seen this. I've seen a lot of these mopeds in friend sets, but I don't know how often I've seen them in just plain old city sets. Now this is cool because make sure I'm doing this right here. Now it just looks like everything's sort of falling off the back, which I guess it's supposed to. It's like, what? Oh God, the one match. Well, the pizza with the CMF is obviously different because that's like tan as opposed to yellow with the crust. Um, but and then here's the pizza gentleman, the pizza gent, pizza street. Actually, because of course he barely stays on there unless you put his hands on it. Even then, he's doing the lean. He's chilling. He's like, yo, riding off into the sunset. And then he fell over. So, and here is the ever-present brick separator. This hot dog stand looks even less involved than the polybag hot dog stand. So maybe I'll have to just completely disassemble this and turn it into some other sort of stand. Um, like I have the popcorn stand that I made, and I have like the smoothie cart, and how many other foods do you sell for stands usually? Maybe I'll see if I can find some way and I'll make like a candy apple stand or something. That would be good because it's September lean and all. Here is the rare side of the brick sticker. Which, you know what, I think I'm going to save this. I think I'm not going to put this on here right now, just in case I decide to take this apart. And maybe I'll just put it on the hot dogs, the regular hot dog. Unless I decide that this hot dog stand is nicer than the regular hot dog stand, in which case, I don't know. Almost done. Yeah, this I should have just done this bag first because it took like 5 seconds. This is, I mean, as food carts go, this is pretty nice, even though it is, you know, same thing as from the poly bag. What do you think would be easier to get, honestly, the hot dog stand from the poly bag or just this hot dog stand from this set? Seems, here's the middle, not for the grills. Which literally the exact same. Oh, I think it's the reverse of the build from the way that the ketchup and mustard dispensers are normally. Ketchup dispenser. Oh God. Yeah, what did I say about pieces flying around? First it was a ketchup dispenser, and very easily it becomes a fire extinguisher. And back again. I would not advocate trying to extinguish a fire with ketchup. You probably could if you tried hard enough, but I don't think I would recommend it. Yeah, that's it. Boop. There it is. Here's the little hot dog cart without the sticker on it. There's a little hot dog sticker that goes right here. So let me see if I can, and that's the end of this one. Let me see if I can put everything together here in such a way that it looks nice. You can see everything I've built so far. Bus station next to the Lego store. And see what I said about you can't put them up against one another because the things on the sides. So that. This other side. Here, you have this guy like chilling. Hot dog cart. Puppy. Hot dog man. But she sells pretzels too, I guess. So this is what we have so far for the City Sqaure. City Sqaure 60097. This is 4 out of the 16 bags, I believe. No, it's 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. I'm sorry. 3 1-baggers and 1 2-bagger. So I guess we do have a little bit of time left. So let me extract myself from all of these bags that are now floating around me. And I'm gonna grab, and I do want to do that compare and contrast with the pizza. I think it might be the same thing, guys. All right. So, no, it's pretty much the same thing. Maybe it's just that this one is like newer. So the one with the green is the old pizza. Now I already don't know. No, the one with the green is the new pizza, and the one with the red is the old pizza. So it looks like, it's just like fresher printing, a little clearer as to, that there's like cheese on it and everything. But it is, I mean, it is essentially the same thing. It's the same, really, when it comes down to it. So, without further ado, that is the end of the first of the Apocalypse City Square live stack 'em up. The Lego store is great, really. Everything that I built so far from this set is really, really cool. And some people are like, City, that's boring. I'm going to move this so you can see me now. This is me now. But I really would like to thank everyone that joined me for building this stuff. I have fun doing this. I hope you guys have fun watching it. Again, the next part 2 of this, which may be longer or may be shorter, and I may just decide to, like, these are the ones that I want to build live, and then the rest of the parts I'll just build on my own later without streaming them because they're boring. So it may be tomorrow around the same time. It may be Monday. It may be tomorrow later. I don't really know yet, but watch my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, you should start doing that right now. I am far more active on Instagram than I am on YouTube these days because Instagram is easier and it's quicker. So that's how that works. But again, thank you all for joining me for building the City Square. This is a really fun set. I can't wait to build more of it. And you know what I always say: keep stacking.